This week's Supersize and Superskinny will be swapping meals for 5 days to help them drop their dodgy diets.
You've had 11,000 calories in one day.
Our 4 anorexics are asked to challenge their body image.
It hits home how thin I am when I see myself in an age 11 like this.
And Anna Richardson continues her pursuit of the perfect body.
If I could just contour this at the top, it would just slim that a little bit. I think it would be better.
Welcome to the new feeding clinic, which is again open for business, as 2 extreme eaters swap their diets for a week before embarking on a new healthy eating plan. Tonight's residents are Wayne and Lucia. Wayne is the binge-eating bus driver from Bristol.
When I look at myself in the mirror, I just see a real big, horrible fat person.
While Lucia's a fussy fast food eater.
I don't have time to cook. It's more feasible for me to grab a snack and run because I've got too much to do.
Both are proud parents desperate to change, not just for their sakes, but their children's too. So before it's too late, they're checking into our diet den and they'll be under the watchful eye of Dr. Christian Jessen. He won't just find out what they're eating, but also what's eating them. This week's Superskinny is picky 27-year-old Lucia from Hull. She's a busy single mum who's juggling baby Jake with her job in insurance, leaving herself almost no time for tea.
My lifestyle's hectic and non-stop. It's a very fast-moving lifestyle. I'm always on the go.
Busy girl Lucia tends to eat on her feet, and she has a very particular palate.
I'm a terribly fussy eater, absolutely terrible. I pick fat off all my food. I won't eat anything if I think it's got something in that I won't like. I might snack on a sausage roll during the day, but I don't like the sausage, so I pick the pastry off the top and throw the sausage and eat the pastry.
Her flaky pastry diet is starting to cause concern.
My friends and family are always picking on me about my weight, whether they do it jokingly in humour or whether they actually say to me, you need to eat more chips, you look awful.
She may be all right at the moment. She's getting by on a packet of crisps or a sausage roll or, you know, whatever she eats at the moment. In, say, 10 years' time, you know, what is she going to be like then?
If I keep this diet up that I have at the moment, I think I might just stop one day.
Lucia needs to make drastic changes to her eating habits, and for the next 5 days, she'll be moving into the feeding clinic.
Nice to meet you. How are you? And sit down, yeah. We're going to go straight in heights and weights, OK? First thing we do. So take your dressing gown off for me.
She's been put through a detailed medical to make sure she's up to the task ahead.
101 pounds.
Lucia tips the scales at a meagre 7 stone 3 pounds. Her ideal weight is 8 stone 3 pounds, meaning she's a stone underweight.
You're not desperately underweight. Your diet just is of really poor quality and it's lacking all sorts of things. Why has this not changed so far?
Food really comes quite low at the bottom of my list.
OK.
If I don't do what I do, then my son's going to suffer. If I don't, like, make sure the house is all clean and his clothes are ready for nursery and that he's full.
What about when his mum gets ill? Because she's not eating properly, she's not really looking after herself, and he's watching all this.
That's the worry.
And learning from this.
That's the worry.
Because our kids copy us. What I'd really like you to do this week, try and work out when did you stop being a priority and why? Because I think that will be the best way for you to then be able to change things.
The stakes are high for the young mum, as she fears history repeating itself.
I lost my mum when I was very young, and it's one of my strong points is that I will be a very secure motherly figure in Jake's life. I want to be around to see him grow up, and I do worry that carrying on the way I'm going, I'm not going to be around to do that.
Give Mummy love.
Fear not, Lucia. Help is on hand in the ample form of our heavyweight Wayne.
You are 343 pounds.
He weighs in at a staggering 24.5 stone, which is 13 stone heavier than he should be, and 17 stone more than Lucia. His thigh is 3 inches bigger than her waist. 39-year-old family man Wayne works as a bus driver in Bristol. The trouble is, he treats his ride more like a restaurant.
When I know the break coming, I get a craving, and I know it's going to come. I know I'm going to go into the shop, and I know I'm going to buy it. I don't seem to want to stop.
And every time Wayne has a pit stop, he's filling up on fatty food. Wayne's binging and secret eating actually led him to a 5-year battle against bulimia.
For several years, I've been binging quite a lot, and after the binge, I would make myself sick, which would make me feel better. But then I felt bad about being sick, and it's just a constant cycle which I couldn't get myself out of.
He never really told me that he was bulimic, so I didn't really know anything about it until I read it in some medical records and found out that way. Obviously, it's really difficult for me to hear that he was really poorly. It made me feel really quite sad that I didn't know anything about it. But I think it's something now that he's really sort of overcome, I hope.
A year ago, with medical help, Wayne managed to beat his bulimia.
This stopped. I haven't binged or purged, which is being sick, for over a year now. The journey is now I'm motivated for myself to lose the weight and live a lot healthier lifestyle. I'm at the point where I want to do something about it. I want to get a better quality of life.
Wayne, let's crack straight in with what your BMI is. And I've worked it out to be 53.3, which is a very high BMI. I would call a BMI over 30 an overweight, obese BMI. 50, therefore, comes with significant health risks. I'm glad to hear that you've got over your bulimia now and that's dealt with. Why do you feel now it's time to deal with the overeating itself?
I want to prove to myself that I'm able to control the food and I'm able to carry on this process as much as I can and lose lots of weight.
With his bulimia beaten, Wayne must now attempt to battle the bulge, and not just for his sake.
My whole life, bearing in mind, is around my family and children, which I don't see them often because of the weight. And it makes me feel really, really sad. Like, I'm not joining in their lives. They're growing up, and soon enough they're going to be leaving. I'm not going to have any memories of them.
Wayne and Lucia's weights are poles apart, but they're about to come crashing together.
How are you? What's your name?
Lucia,
I'm Wayne. Hello.
I think he looks like a lovely cuddly teddy bear.
That's the big boy.
But Lucia's about to find out that what he eats is far from cuddly, as Christian reveals their shocking weekly food intakes.
So, we're going to start with you, Lucia. Oh, Lucia. What is that? Is that a breakfast?
On the go.
Ah, a chocolate bar. Let's go on to your lunches, see if it gets any better, please. Bacon sandwiches. That is a little weeny bit of a sausage roll. Is that an entire lunch?
Yes.
Why only half a sausage roll?
I don't really like meat.
Why are you buying a sausage roll if you don't like meat?
Because there's not much else that you can buy on the go that'll be warm that you can just sort of grab.
Let's move on to your dinners, Lucia. Here we go. Chicken and chips?
Yeah, chicken nuggets and chips.
So, Lucia, that is about it for your main meals. This tube is really quite shocking because it's deficient in nearly every vitamin and mineral.
The recommended daily amount of calories for a woman is 2,000. Lucia's daily intake is 1,500 calories. That's a weekly undereat of 1.5 days.
Wayne, we're going to start with breakfast. Let's have a look at what you eat.
Pot pie.
And another one.
Another one.
And chocolate bars. And crisp. What's in those sandwiches?
Beef.
This is a very funny mixture of food for breakfast.
It's all convenience.
Lunches. Oh, another pork pie. Let's move on and have a look at your dinners now. Spaghetti bolognese. Fish and chips.
No.
A lot of starchy food. Wayne, the average man needs about, let's say, 2,500 calories a day. Guess how many you're getting through?
Really wouldn't know.
On a bad day in this tube, you had 11,000 calories in one day.
11,000?
4 times the amount of fat that you should be having. Yeah?
Yeah.
Wayne's average daily intake is 7,000 calories. That's a weekly overeat of 12.5 days.
These diets, both of them, are dire, and we need to change them. Diet Swap is going to start now.
We're all obsessed with food, our bodies and weight. I'm Anna Richardson, and am I happy? No, my body and ways to improve it have become my obsession. I want a perfect body, and I'm prepared to try anything. So far, I've attempted to flatten my jelly belly, perk up my puppies, and tighten my tush. This week, I'm tackling my problem pins. I'm obsessed with getting leaner legs, and it's not just celebrities I'm feeling the pressure from, it's everywhere. Beautiful stockings, fabulous legs. The problem? Me. Girls, I present you with my two friends, the Thingos, otherwise known as an upper thigh bingo wing, which makes wearing a hold-up stocking deeply unflattering. How on earth are you meant to get rid of those babies? Call them what you will, Thingos, thunder thighs or tree trunks. Mine have got to go. It's time I paid my next visit to see my hunky but sadistic personal trainer, Matt. He's previously been working on my boobs.
Give them a little bit of a lift, a little bit of shape.
But this week's quest is for me to start getting pins like Posh.
Alternating lunges, let's go.
Oh, that's not easy. First, he's got me doing leg-burning lunges, apparently good for toning your thighs and your tush.
Abs in, abs in.
But they're hard.
2 more, then we've got rest. Let's go.
Oh, I do feel a bit weird, Matt. Take that a second, yeah. Oh. Next, the kettlebell. Twice as effective as performing squats alone, allegedly a favourite of J-Lo and Penelope Cruz. 30 minutes with this bad boy burns 500 calories. I hated that. Hated it. I'm having a bit of a moment. I reckon I've spent maybe 10 sessions in the gym, and I don't understand why I'm not Lara Croft. There is no change in my body. Why am I not an Olympic athlete already? There must be a shortcut to better legs, and if there's one person that knows, it's the woman whose legs were the former perfect pins of Pretty Polly, Jamelia. Hello. Hiya, Mrs. Hang on a minute. Is that you eating biscuits?
Oh, I love biscuits.
My world has fallen apart, Jamelia. So listen, you have got the most famous legs in the business right now. Have you always had amazing pins?
Well, growing up, when I was younger, I hated my legs. I was so embarrassed by them. They were so long and gangly, but no, I hated them.
How funny. But spin forward 20 years, your skirts are up there, lady. How do you keep your body and how do you keep your legs looking so fabulous? Do you do anything in particular?
Although I wouldn't say I do everything I can do, like I don't go to the gym, and I know I should, but I...
Hang on. You don't go to the gym?
I really can't be bothered. Like, I did really...
I love you! I love you! You must be, like, the first celebrity I've ever met that's actually going, hands up, I don't go to the gym, I hate it.
I just do little things like I take the stairs instead of going in the lift, and I just love, love, love bike riding. It's great.
OK, so keep active. It's as simple as that for you?
Yes, absolutely, as simple as that.
So, no gym for Jamelia. But the one tip I can take away that doesn't sound too hard is to take the stairs. Show me the nearest stairway to heaven. Apparently, there are some people who choose to run up that building for fun. What's worse, I'm about to join them. Tower running is the latest hardcore fitness craze to sweep the planet. It involves scaling the staircases of the world's tallest buildings and is billed as one hell of a tough full leg workout.
I want to do a tower run.
Will it tone my thighs?
It will indeed, yeah. It gives you those lovely sort of nice muscle marks there. So.
OK, muscle marks good, muscle marks good.
Yeah.
So I'm facing 600 feet and more than 900 steps to the top.
Let's go!
Now, girls, if, like me, you hate the gym, give this a bash. It burns twice as many calories as walking upstairs. That's about 1,000 calories an hour. Just what I need if I'm ever going to get those shapely celebrity legs. That is murder on the thighs. Murder. And after a hard week down the gym, I think half a skyscraper is pretty good going.